incorporated. It traces its origin back to the first Australian Council of Civil Liberties in 1936, and is, she said, Victoria's leading civil liberties human rights organisation. Though there are many more now than when I first got involved with it some 30 years ago. We have made submissions. We make submissions to inquiries of all sorts, including the one on the state of retention and many related things, although we don't have the same expertise that John has, simply because we cover, as you said, a whole range of human rights. You will have found, I get the chance to say, on about every third sheet there was a little advertisement for liberty. Please join. Don't throw it out. If you don't want it, give it to someone who does. We work with the New South Wales Council for Civil Liberties in our submissions on these issues, and we know that in the process, just very recently, something like a day and a half of the Parliament House in Canberra was spent trying to get the government to admit the fact that they weren't prepared to release the report that they commissioned on the cost of the metadata collection that John just pointed out they want to begin. And I gather that the figure that's been floated around is the cost of something like $100 million per internet service provider, or putting it a different way, something like $10 per internet user per month, which ultimately will be a tax on each and every one of us per month in our internet bills, one way or the other. So it's a huge problem. I'm just stunned by this film and the stories it tells. Perhaps I'm naive, but it's even worse than I thought. I imagine it will feel the same.
Scott, do you want to tell us a bit more about what's been going on in Canberra?
What has been going on?
What? We see a lot of each other these days.
So, just I guess with direct relevance to this. Firstly, the Australian government has been unwilling to admit Australian complicity. So as John outlined at the beginning, we're one of the 5 eyes partners. So ASD, Australian Signals Directorate, is one of 5 partner organisations that have quite a high level, not total visibility, but quite a high level, we understand, of access to the systems that were revealed in the film and in these documents. So that's the first part, is that the Australian government is very deeply implicated in this, but also the conversation they've attempted to shut down. So we probably know less about the specifics of Australian engagement with these systems than they know in the United States. That's the first thing. The second thing is that the Australian government, or I should say really it's the Attorney General's Department, has been driven very heavily from the internal workings of the AG's Department since at least 2008, has been insisting on plugging one of those key data gaps in the Australian network architecture, which is that service providers and phone companies aren't amassing vast amounts of metadata, of information about information. A lot of it, if it's not required for business or billing purposes, is just let go immediately or after days or weeks or months. And the Australian government's mandatory data retention proposal is proposing to force them, under law, to retain much greater categories and volumes of this material for at least 2 years. The New South Wales Police would like 7, but effectively the 2-year thing is a bit of an ambit claim. So we finally have a draft list of the metadata proposals that they have in mind, and it includes things like location, so where you are when you send a text message or potentially a tweet. It's a proposal that is live before us right now, and it's in the balance. If the Labor Party chooses to behave like an opposition, it can probably be defeated. If they fold because they're terrified of being accused of being weak on national security, then that regime could well be law by the end of March. So that's something I'd like us collectively to bear in mind as we go. Because the Greens do not have the numbers yet. With your help, we're getting there, but we do not have the numbers. There's only 10 of us. We need another 20, 25, 26 votes. Really big.
Should we throw up questions? Go.
Yes.
Please.
Okay, I'll keep it brief. If the US government has been able to monitor the metadata of its citizens for so long and have been doing so and lying about it, why do we need a legislative instrument in Australia to do the same thing? I'm aware that we've already had quite a few communications facilities based in Australia. So why do we need legislation to do that here?
So I guess there's a distinction between access and collection. And so the film touches on both, obviously. So collection is the first part. If the data isn't being kept, then you can't go back and aggregate it and mine it. And so the data retention proposal is about aggregation, or is about collection, so that it can be interrogated by the kind of systems that we saw there. For really mundane stuff, like police or anti-corruption agencies or national security agencies trying to pursue investigations, or for the much deeper, creepier stuff, which goes way well and truly beyond national security. So data retention is just one piece of the puzzle. It doesn't change necessarily the legal rules for access, but it will create potentially, thousands or millions of terabytes of information that at the moment is just being forgotten, making it available for these kind of systems.
Hi guys. I'm just wondering if any of you could talk about how the TPP might influence data retention or collection, or if it does it at all.
I'll take that one. Look, I wouldn't say there's a direct relationship, but the TPP, which is for those who aren't aware, the Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement negotiations, which we understand are getting very close to being finalised in the sense of having a finalised text agreed on. Now, of course, this is all entirely done in secret. We do have certain leaks that come out about certain elements of it. But this is an agreement that involves Australia, the US, New Zealand, Chile, Peru, Vietnam, the Sultan of Brunei, I believe is other understood, and various other countries around the Pacific Rim. And it's essentially one of these free trade agreements, and I'm going to pause here and quote Martin Joyce, one of the people who said there is no such thing as a free trade agreement, which is right, it's preferential trade agreements. But the thing that really concerns us particularly most about the TPP is that it has, we have had various leaks about the intellectual property chapter coming out, and it's pretty clear that the US is pushing some pretty extreme copyright enforcement provisions and criminalisation provisions through this process. One of the realities, and we do have to thank Federal Police Commissioner Andrew Colvin for kind of going a little bit off message when the metadata law was announced, because he made it very clear that, of course, federal police aren't going to come after you for copyright infringement unless you're doing it on a commercial scale, because it's actually not a crime unless you're doing it on a commercial scale. But guess what? As soon as we force all the internet service providers to store your subscriber IP address for 2 years, the copyright trolls are going to just have a field day. They're coming after you. They can go back, and this is already happening. You may have come across a story late last year, which is actually before the courts at the moment, where the makers of Dallas Buyers Club, which the content of that movie makes it actually really quite deeply ironic what they're doing, but are literally going after the records of people they suspect may have illegally is not quite the right word, but may have infringed the copyright of that movie. And they're trying to force IMS and other telcos, they don't go after the big guys, by the way, for obvious reasons, trying to force them to hand over details of their customers, so that they can send them threatening letters that demand $7,000 in payment, or we're going to court. And this is a pretty dubious business practice called speculative invoicing, or what I would call copyright trolling. But this whole process, if the data's there, these guys can get to it. They can go to a federal court and say, hang on, we think these people might be infringing our copyright, but give us access to go and sort of start trawling through everyone's kind of information. So that's kind of where the TPP comes in, because it's, the government is about to move on this anyway, and we're expecting to see legislation tabled. I'm not going to make any predictions about the Parliament in the next few weeks, but we were expecting to see legislation tabled to essentially increase the legal sanctions against copyright in the next next couple of weeks, but the TPP is potentially actually going to take that even further. But in some ways, because of our free trade agreement with the US, we've reported to a lot of this already, but what really scares me is what this is going to do with our principles.
So the rationale behind it is that they're using terrorism as a justification, but surely as there hasn't really been that many threats thwarted through this massive surveillance, and they must have access to information which they realise the threat of terrorism is blown out of proportion. So why then are they doing this surveillance on such a scale? Are they locking things down, or is there? Want to elaborate on that?
Well, I guess my answer to that, off the top of my head, is that it's because they can. It's empire building. It's a vastly expanded notion of control. As they said in the movie, surveillance is control, and there are processes which are almost sort of automatically, like cancer, grow in security agencies and related bodies that really want to control more and more. And they might find some terrorism, they might inspire it for that matter. But so I think my speculative answer is because they can, because they think they can get away with it, and because they like to. Perhaps like the Stasi, know everything about everyone, just in case. That's my guess.
Ben Greenwald wrote a book called No Place to Hide, which goes in a great deal of detail and kind of really steps out some of that psychology behind mass collection. But after 9/11, the NSA basically adopted a collect-it-all policy. If we're going to find all the needles, we're going to need the whole haystack. It was basically ingest everything, get everything, and we'll sort out how to mine it later. And that still seems to be the guiding philosophy that's obviously infected the Australian government as well. And quite right, it has been shown by recent studies in the United States that it actually hasn't helped them prevent anything, solve anything. They drown in data, so they found in Europe as well. But that psychology of collect it all really was brought about in a panic of being, really brutally smashed in 9/11 and wanting to prevent that, in which case we will adopt a policy of collect everything.
There's one thing I'd like to point to, and this is something that's become more and more obvious to me in recent times. If you look at what are probably the four most high-profile uses...
Can you put the microphone to your mouth more, please?
Sorry. There we go. Four of the most high-profile terrorist attacks in the West in the last years, in which I would include the drama in Sydney recently, recent events in France, Boston Marathon bombing, and the brutal slaying of the Ricky on South London Street the following month. In each four of those cases, the people involved were well known to the intelligence agents. Having more data on them would make absolutely no difference whatsoever, because they were aware of these people, they knew they were potential threats, but they had made, for whatever reasons, and I'm not sitting and second guessing them, but they had made decisions not to actively surveil these people. So, there is evidence, and Scott's alluded to a couple of things. There's a report from major US government body commissioned by Obama. There was a study by the German Parliament's legal service. It finds that more data just has no real effect. And at the end of the day, this sort of signals intelligence is never going to be as powerful as kind of human intelligence that I genuinely hope our intelligence agencies are really good at.
G'day guys. Pardon me. So, the current Liberal government, they're proposing this bill for data retention. The previous Labor federal government has also been listed by Reporters Without Borders as anti-internet, or internet unfriendly. From my perspective here, simple citizen in Melbourne, it seems like both sides of federal government are actively trying to set up privacy. Your thoughts or your sights in Canberra, Scott? What's the political appetite on both sides for this sort of surveillance?
Well, imagine if there were more than 2 sides. Let's start there. The Senate crossbench is as large as it's ever been in the history of the Senate. There's 18 people currently sitting on the crossbenches, love them or loathe them, who are not from either of the 2 sides. And in fact, the vote of the major parties since the 1990s, early 2000s has collapsed by a third or more. And it's going, there's, I think, an enormous mood of disaffection and dismay with this kind of stale 2-party system. So that would be my first point. Don't write us off. By us, I don't mean the Greens necessarily, but collectively, us collectively in our political culture. Let's use our elbows a little bit more and crack the bipartisan thing that we're stuck in this area and others. To give him his due, Attorney General Mark Dreyfus from the Labor Party was not there for long enough, I don't think, but he was the first one since 2008 to actually push back on this thing and had the opportunity to move on it quite quickly and chose not to. And he's now obviously the shadow. So I don't think Labor is quite a lost cause yet on this particular issue. Believe me, if I thought they were, I would say so. That we know that there are good people inside the Labor Party who are digitally literate, who understand this stuff. They need to hear from us. Group Short needs to hear from us. I don't mean sign up to a petition. I mean, after you've signed up to a petition, obviously please do that. Just pick the phone up and give their office a call. That actually matters. I know it sounds a bit lame. Please call these people. Call Short's office. I know that
Conroy's office.
Or Conroy's office. Senator Stephen Conroy obviously has a defence and intelligence community in his ear a lot more than he used to. Call the Labor Party. They have 25 senators. They will be the swing vote. They will be the ones who determine whether this thing gets up or not.
Doesn't matter, put us on a list.
Sorry, second part. You said Stephen Conroy, but he was in power of the telecommunications minister at the time who reported about borders, said that he's...
Guess what? That was over the net filter and we beat that. We beat that.
Yeah, no, I'd like to reiterate that. Sorry, Jamie. I've been actively speaking to Mark Dreyfus and Jason Clare, who's now the Shadow Commerce Minister, and a lot of other people within the Labor Party. I think there is genuine potential there for them to push back pretty hard on this, but they need to hear from people out there in the streets. So just to reiterate what Scott says, do 2 things. If you're in selected, obviously vote for Adam. He's fine, he's on board. But ring your Labor senators, ring Conroy, ring Gavin Marshall, ring Bill Shorten's office, ring them and put pressure on them to do 2 things. One, we are showing this movie at Parliament House in Canberra on Monday night. Make them come to that. And then tell them to vote against this bill. And if we can get it, there is genuine concern within the Labor backbench, particularly about this. And if we can get enough people standing up in their party room meeting on Tuesday morning next week, talking about it, although actually probably won't be for a few weeks, but if we've got enough people standing up there, then things might happen.
I was just going to say the same thing, that there is something that people can do. I'm going to say it again anyway. If everyone in this room rang or directly emailed their local member, federal parliament, and all their senators, because if your senator from Victoria is your senator, or from another state, go back there and do it. So contact them tonight or tomorrow morning by phone and tell them what you've seen. Tell them they must go to the, whatever it is, Parliamentary Theaterette in the Parliament House in Canberra at 6 p.m. on Monday and see this movie. And as Scott said, also sign the petition and also ask them to vote against. And I have no doubt that there are plenty of people, as Scott says, in the Labor Party, especially in the Senate, who are going to be worried and might well be prepared to vote against it. So this is really one of those ones where it's time critical. There's only, today is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Monday to make sure they actually go and see this film, which will help them make up their mind the right way, I am sure.
So a really easy way to do that, we'll pitch for our Citizens Not Suspects campaign. If you go to this URL, citizensnotsuspects.org.au, or just do a Google search on Citizens Not Suspects. If you go there, click on petition, you can sign up petition, and once you've done that, you'll then be taken to a page that will let you put in your postcode,
and we'll then bring up the email address of your local member, and you can send that email, no worries. If you want to look up your senator, that's relatively easy to do on the Parliament House website as well. We've got some links on our Take Action page. We're probably going to have to wrap it up now.
That will definitely put you on the list. Let's just get the entire population on this stupid list and see what they make of that. Can we get everyone on this fucking list?
I think that's what's known in the trade as a denial of service attack. In this limited context, they are competing options.
And as Ed Snowden said, when you collect everything, you understand nothing. So we're going to have to at least adjourn to the bar. As I said, we've got some of these lovely T-shirts hot off the presses from our friends at All of the Above in Fitzroy, who if you need T-shirts, go and see them. I'm happy to answer questions. I need to give a T-shirt to somebody. We have some free stickers as well, so come and get one of those. I'm sure these gentlemen have better things to do, but I'm happy to sit around and talk to anyone for as long as the bar is open. And yeah, there we are. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you to Noah, thank you to Madman, thank you again for actually most of the organisation here. Thank you to everybody. And a shout out to our friends at New South Wales Council of Communities who've done the hard lifting on Monday night showing in Parliament House. But together we can maybe beat this one. Thank you everyone.